Greetings, the Sultan of Silver with you with another edition, yet another edition of Beards Without Borders. What would that be? Yet another edition. So Y-A-A-B-O-B. Another Yabab. Yet another Beards Without Borders. Tonight we're going to have some Don Julio. Get some pipe talk tonight. I know you're getting tired of beard talk, right? Just kidding. Don't want to offend anyone, any of the bearded brothers. Little Don Julio to you. In the square shot glass. Marvelous. Marvelous. I received a Natural Country Gentleman by Missouri Meerschaum in the mail today. So this is the Maiden Voyage. I love the shape of the Country Gentleman. I love natural. I kind of like, some people are creeped out by the texture of a rough corn cob. I kind of like it. I think it dissipates the heat. It's light. It's not like the plaster-filled ones that you've seen that we have. They do burn out faster, but to the maiden voyage of the natural Country Gentleman with a bent. I might have to straighten that out. I'm not a huge bent fan with this pipe. I like it because it's light. My other Country Gentleman, it's a workhorse, but you got to hold it. It's not a real great clencher. This one here, you hardly know it's in your mouth. Tamp that a little bit. It's the charring light. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Let me show you a couple pipes that I recently did. Nothing fancy. I don't have a workshop. I've been where I'm living now for about 3 years. Prior to where I was, I had all my tools. Prior to that, I had a complete workshop in the basement and garage. So I've just it's kind of shrunk down to Van Gogh room in the past couple of years. Anyways, what started out here as just a tool shed, everything spread out, was me putting everything more efficiently, hanging on the walls, stacked and so forth, and popping a table in here and just a bunch of junk, and I just throw stuff on top of here. Everyone's got a junk drawer. I got a junk table. But the Van Gogh room is an institution. So let's talk about pipes just for a second before we do a quick little reading of C.S.Lewis. First pipe I ever made, ever, was this. This is just oak, like a rod that you hang stuff on in a closet, and I just kind of cut it up and bored it out and put these were tomato stakes from the garden, and I just cut them. I bored them through with a T-bar, just kind of, that I made out of a coat hanger, because I don't have a drill press, I don't have a lathe, I don't have all the stuff that I would love to have. And if I did, I'd have to tie this beard up, because there's no way I'm getting near a lathe with this thing here. That would be rough. That's live leak material. Man with half a face, and they show a picture of like the lower half of my face in the lathe. That's not a good thing. So I just bored it out. I put a bamboo stick on it, hollowed it out. Say that 3 times real fast. And it's light. It's this is like really strange. This is like crap you find around the house, okay? When you first start making pipes. I mean, it's humble as all heck, isn't it? I got to stay on target here with this. But you get incredible success with the things that you make. Your career, your goals. They got to be your goals. you will achieve your goals so much easier than you if you try to please other people. You got me? Your pipe that you make will smoke sweet every time. Someone else's pipe will always be maybe a pretty close one, a close number two. But the things that come out of you and your DNA, something as dumb as that, is going to be beautiful. There's one group that I belong to on Facebook that is dear to me in a weird kind of way. It's part of the overall pipe community. It's called Brothers of the Brier. Some of you are on that channel. Some of you look it up. Brothers of the Brier. You have to request membership in the group to be included in the group. But I've learned a lot. I've shared a lot. And I believe that if you learn a lot, you need to share a lot. That's just a great philosophy to live by. What's interesting is there's people there that are living in skyscrapers. There's people there that are living in grass huts. There were some names. I don't even know. I couldn't even tell from the name where the guy was from. But the picture was like this Van Gogh room is a Hollywood mansion compared to what he was living in. It was like literally like a bamboo hut. And he made a pipe. He's got an iPhone. He lives in the freaking jungle, wherever he is. I don't know, rainforest. I could tell for just everything green and all the pictures. He makes a pipe, uploads the picture, just like hollowed out a piece of wood. And, stuck like a hollow reed or pipe in it. And he said, and he was real, look guys, look what I made, my first pipe, what do you think? And he was so proud of it. And somebody sent him tobacco, and a bunch of guys got together and sent him like a corncob pipe or something like that. It was kind of neat. But this is kind of like the Neanderthal of pipes. Now I want to say you can build one of these. If I can build it, you can build it. Literally, it's a hollowed out piece of wood with a drilled stick. Airflow in both directions. Light, puff, enjoy. Make a pipe. I guarantee you it'll smoke great. All right. First pipe I ever made. Second pipe was very similar. That same oak hardwood bowl with a shorter reed pipe. And I did a little pattern on this for no particular reason. Pipe number 2. Primitive. This is caveman. This is the Neanderthal of pipes. Or no, Cro-Magnon. It's kind of like the next one. Perfect draw. Perfect smoke every time. Every single time. And I didn't buy anything. I just used like all my real tools, my power tools and all that stuff are in storage because I need a workshop. I need to set things up. So I have a couple toolboxes, just stuff made with literally zero power. I'm talking like chisels and carving and that kind of stuff, and sandpaper and rasps and that kind of thing, and never using anything with power. So that's kind of cool, right? But this smokes like a darn beast every time. And I just thought it was cool because I put this pattern in it, and then I tapped each square a few times with the Dremel. It's kind of fun. And when you learn how to put patterns on things, snake skin, alligator, skin, all these different kind of patterns, you start rusticating everything in your life. You're like talking to someone on the phone, and you're like writing animal patterns and snake skin patterns and all this kind of stuff. And I find that's, you got to just lay off. You'll try it, but try it on a weird piece of wood. So, what else? And then my third pipe from that same piece of hardwood with a reed is, and I made this around Halloween time. Ooh, the Halloween pipe dripping with blood. It looks like blood dripping down a tree stump, the bloody tree stump, and it sits like that. So it's kind of cool. Pipe number 3. Honestly, and I have some really nice pipes in my collection. This is killing me, man. I love this. I could fire this up. I could smoke this thing till there's nothing left. Perfect draw, perfect smoke every time. No, zero exceptions. No gurgling, no nothing, no temperamental stuff. Enjoy a good 20 minutes with it. Fine white ash is the only thing that's left. I love it. And then I went on to like messing around with some corn cobs. There was a point in my life where I made everything craggy. Do you know what that word is? Craggy. I made up a word called cragify. So like for a while, a period of in my life, I was cragifying everything. Look at that. Just made it look like it was stone. And this is a Missouri Meerschaum legend. It came with the. Where is it? I don't think I have. I don't have the stem in here, but it came with a. Like a stock, plastic stem, and then I just messed around with it and bought some stems off of eBay and put this cool thing. Pop that in there perfectly, and look at that. And I love it. It looks good, but when you start making anything, it's like when I do a guy's beard, when I trim someone's hair, there's always kind of like a signature thing that I do all the time. And for a while, I thought my cragginess was cool. I had the best cragginess of anyone. And then, I kind of like the top and the bottom. And that's something that I do. Everyone makes stuff dark on the bottom. And I love the beauty of this grain. I wouldn't want to cover it up with a sticker. I would put something on the shank. But I cragified the shank. Cragified a Missouri Meerschaum legend. I always sand the top smooth. I love that because that can be done at any time. And then the bottom. So that's kind of like my weird ass trademark. But since I did this, the weird thing is when I mess around with pipes, like you will, eventually, or not, you're going to create a perfect smoke, and it's really kind of neat. You'll spend so much money on like a big name brand pipe, and then you'll make your own little white trash redneck poker or something that I have, and guess what? Your little redneck. Use the wood that you have around the house, jackknife, carved, hand drilled and stained with shoe polish. I actually used shoe polish early on before I realized that you should use a dye that doesn't have petroleum in it. So I was poisoning myself for a while there. But you'll find that the little things that you do, you'll end up gravitating to. It's kind of weird. I have some really, really nice high-end big name pipes, and it's weird. I love these. These are my go-to pipes. Just personal preference. Let me fire this up and we'll talk about C.S. Lewis. So there's my first 3 pipes ever. Take a sip of the Don Julio. For those of you who are first timers with us, I always drink out of a square shot glass. I put the corner in my mouth. Why? Tell me why I use a square shot glass. Put it in the comments down below. And I'll randomly pick somebody and I will do a giveaway. Giveaway number 2 will be, why does the Sultan use a square shot glass when he has his adult beverages? So we'll see who gets that, and then I will have that name randomly picked and I will send you something. And I have a few nice things. that I'm happy to share. My goal is to give away everything before I die. I'm reducing everything in the next, I'd say in the next 2 years. I want to get rid of literally half of everything I own. Because when you die, people are just, they're gonna back a dumpster up to your house. Relatives who you haven't seen are gonna pick through your shit. Strangers are gonna auction off your shit, and guess what? And people who love you are gonna grab just like one little item to remind them of you. They're not gonna take all your stuff. Maybe there might be a needy relative that needs furniture and dishes and stuff like that. But here's the reality: strangers will be picking through your shit. That's how significant your shit is. That's why I think give your shit away. I'm not saying be broke either. I say hustle and make as much as you can. But use that for helping others. The more you make, the more you can help. And creating experiences for yourself and for others. Nothing can take that away. Rather than giving stuff for the holidays or birthdays, how about giving tickets to something, have an experience? People forget all the crap that they get, and it ends up on a shelf, literally collecting dust. And they forget what kind of crap they have. And the crap, you ever go to a thrift store? It's basically nothing but used clothes that don't fit people anymore, and crap that people get for gifts. And it ends up in a thrift store. Get rid of your stuff. Strangers going to be picking through it, I guarantee it. Your family will go for your money. Strangers will pick through your shit. Either have good shit or get rid of it. Oh, man. Beast. Country gentleman. Natural. But I am going to straighten that out. I'm going to take this plastic bit out, put it in boiling water for about 30 seconds, and then bend it straight, and then quickly run it through cool water. That'll keep it straight. I love a straight stem with an angled shank. That's my preference. I've mixed and matched some straight bits with them, and it just works so perfect. It's light. It's very light. The Maiden voyage. This could easily be like a daily smoker. Holy cow. I'm liking this. It's kind of like a classy version of a Missouri legend. Not a legend, a Missouri Pride. The natural corncob pipe. It's like the cheapest of the cheapest, but my God, it's like the most insanely well smoking pipe you'll ever have. I mean, this is light, and it just reminds me. A lot of times when I drive home from work, on work days, puffing on a Missouri Pride natural corncob pipe. I have to tell you, this is funny. Two things. Usually when I'm driving and I'm smoking a pipe, hand on the wheel, driving, come to a red light, somebody pulls up alongside of me. They come up alongside of me. I look over, and always, thumbs up. They're like, I don't know why, I think it's funny. And then I was in Michael's Arts and Crafts today. And you guys with the big beards, you'll get this, especially when your beard turns white. I'm in Michael's Arts and Crafts today, and I was just getting some leather working supplies. There's a mom with two little kids. I'm talking like 3 and 4, like little things. And it's a Christmas season. There's Christmas stuff everywhere. Everything is like red and Santa Claus and bells and snowmen and all that kind of stuff. And the little kid is tugging at his mom. He goes, "Mommy, Santa, Santa!" Like that. There's Santa. And she was just, I think she wasn't looking down at her child. She was looking at all the Santas and snowmen and all the stuff in the store. And she goes, "Yes, honey, I know, it's Santa." And the little baby said, the little boy, no, it was a little girl. The little boy was the brother. Yeah, there was a brother and sister. The little sister, 3 years old, tugging at her mom, saying, "No, Mommy, behind you, behind you." The mom turned around, and we both started laughing because the mom didn't see me. It was the funniest thing. And Jonathan from Veterans Barbershop down in Cookeville, Tennessee, said to me, "Jonathan, this is great. This is actually great. If I went like that, like when the kid said, 'Look, Mom, behind you,' and the kid looked at me, I would have went, shh." That was his suggestion. I thought that was hilarious. You know, as if like don't tell Mom. I thought that was funny. Once your beard starts getting big and huge, it's just, you're going to start seeing the natural beauty. You're not as concerned about puffy things. Puffiness becomes very, what's the word, relative. And then time and length, just the weight of the beard kind of pulls it down. I used to get a lot of stuff sticking out here, and then on this side of the beard, my hair grows up. And I had to wait till it was literally 8 to 10 inches long before it just kind of weighted down a little bit. So that's what kind of works for me. Now, I know with the beard makes me older. Everybody tells me that. The beard makes me look older. If you saw me without the beard, I wouldn't look that old. This easily puts 20 years on me. I'm not kidding you. If you go to my Instagram and look at some of my pictures from not that long ago, it's like night and day. It's like I'm now in the witness protection program or something like that, wearing a big fake white beard and wearing hats all the time. Let's read a little bit from C.S.Lewis, A Grief Observed. I'm using a flashlight tonight because I found that I was straining with my eyes just to read by candlelight and oil lamp light, so I felt like I needed to bring in the LED tactical light. From C.S. Lewis, A Grief Observed. I cannot talk to the children about her. The moment I try, there appears on their faces neither grief nor love, nor fear nor pity, but the most fatal of all non-conductors, embarrassment. They look as if they were committing an indecency. They are longing for me to stop. I felt just the same after my own mother's death when my father mentioned her. I can't blame them. It's the way boys are. That's funny. I sometimes think that shame, mere awkwardness, senseless shame, does as much towards preventing good acts and straightforward happiness as any of our vices can do, and not only in boyhood. Or are the boys right? What would she herself think of this terrible little notebook to which I come back to again and again and again? Are these jottings morbid? I once read the sentence, "I lay awake all night with toothache, thinking about toothache, and about lying awake." That's true to life. Part of every misery, so to speak, the misery's shadow or reflection, the fact that you don't merely suffer, but have to keep on thinking about the fact that you suffer. I not only live each endless day in grief, but I live each day thinking about living each day with grief. This is after he lost the love of his life. Do these notes merely aggravate that side of it? Merely confirm the monotonous treadmill march of the mind round one subject? But what am I to do? I must have some drug, and reading isn't strong enough right now. By writing it all down, no one thought in 100 years that writing would be hard for me. I believe I'd get a little outside it, that's how I'd defend it. But 10 to 1, she'd see a hole in the defense. It isn't only the boys either. An odd byproduct of my loss is that I'm aware of being an embarrassment to everyone I meet. At work, at the club, in the street, I see people as they approach me trying to make up their minds whether they'll say something about her or not. I hate it if they do, and if they don't. Some funk it all together. R has been avoiding me for a week. He's doing his best to keep the people he knows anonymous here. R has been avoiding me for a week. I like the best well-brought-up young men, almost boys, who walk up to me as if I were a dentist. They turn very red, get it over, and then edge away to the bar as quickly as they decently can. Perhaps the bereaved ought to be isolated in special settlements like lepers. To some I'm worse than an embarrassment. I'm a death's head. Whenever I meet a happily married pair, I can feel them both thinking, one or other of us must someday be as he is now. At first I was very afraid of going to places where H and I had been happy. He refers to her as H. Our favorite pub, our favorite wood. But I decided to do it at once, like sending up a pilot up again as soon as possible after he's had a crash. Unexpectedly, it makes no difference. Her absence is no more emphatic in those places than anywhere else. It's not local at all. I suppose that if one were forbidden all salt, one wouldn't notice it much more in any one food than another. Eating in general would be different, every day, at every meal. It is like that. The act of living is different all through. Her absence is like the sky. It spreads over everything. But no, that's not quite accurate. There is one place where her absence comes locally home to me, and it's a place I can't avoid. I mean my own body. It had such different importance while it was the body of her lover. Now it's like an empty house. But don't let me deceive myself. This body would quickly become important to me again, and pretty quickly, if I thought there was anything wrong with it. Cancer, 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 my mother, my father, and now my wife. I wonder who is next in the queue. C.S.Lewis, A Grief Observed, talking about the death of his wife that he married late in life. Interesting. It's interesting when articulate people talk about everyday stuff. You don't expect somebody as smart as that to speak so articulately about the topic. And one of the reasons why I like reading, one of the reasons why you like reading, if you like me reading to you, and that's okay, is that reading expands the mind, number one. When you read other people's works, what happens is they end up giving you words and thoughts that you can use at a later time, and then you synthesize them all together. And what happens is you just sound more intelligent, so reading is good. I'm glad that I have many different groups watching this particular video and this series. The bearded guys, the piper guys, the prepper guys, the homesteader guys, the biker folks, the tattooed folks, the over 50 fashion, over 40 fashion, the gray hair contingency. People watch this for different reasons. And I just want to be able to have something for everybody. That's all. So that's it for tonight. Beards Without Borders, the C.S. Lewis and Country Gentleman Natural Edition. I bid you peace and pipes. Good night.